What am I feeling? I'm feeling anxious. I don't know why. I'm scared to lose our house because I've lost things before. I have to be grateful that I have me. Because I've never been grateful that I have me. And I'm grateful that I didn't lose me. But I've never felt like I amounted to anything. And that's sad. I feel like I care more about not losing this condo than not losing myself. And I'm letting this condo get in the way of the most important thing, which is me. I think in the hurry, when things are in a hurry, it makes me anxious. Because I don't have very much time, usually. And obviously you can see that's a sore subject with me, the time's running out story. Oh, it's a stress.
I'm gonna work on that building until I can get it done. And if it means, and I can come in tomorrow, and I'm gonna do. Today we're gonna get the outside done. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on the inside. How's that sound?
You have no idea. You have no idea how much that means to me. Oh, fuck.
And I'm gonna ease it. I don't know what you're going through, but I do know what you're going through.
I barely do either. I fucking hate it. And all I know is Pete told me it would go away, but it won't go away overnight. And I'm starting to understand that.
It's gonna take a while to go away.
It's okay.
You're gonna make a step forward and one step back.
As long as I have support. Oh.
I mean, you're more important than anything in this world. You're more important than that. You're saving this world.
Is there a panic attack?
Little feeling. And it won't be a burden. And it won't be. If you don't feel well enough, so don't even look here.
I'm sick of being tough on myself over stuff. And over how much I weigh. And over how much I do. And over what people are thinking. Nothing matters more than my everyday. And sometimes I'm afraid it'll be my last. I don't want to be tough on myself anymore. I don't want to look back and have regrets. I just want to be free to enjoy what I have. I want to make myself important. Scared that our loan isn't going to go through. And I just worked so hard and I've been through so much pain and I don't want to go through anymore. I didn't know it would trigger me like this. I've been suffering for 4 years and doing whatever it takes to get better and feel like I'm deserving of good things and I don't even care about anything. I just want to be happy. And I don't want to go back to that spot. God, please help me. It's just taking me back to that spot where I couldn't do anything and my hands were tied. I couldn't make it better. I couldn't stop my parents from going bankrupt. I couldn't control whether my clients were going to leave. I could barely control my breath. And I just don't want to go back to that spot. That's all I care about. I just want to be happy and not anxious inside. I don't want my spirit to be trapped. I don't want to worry and be anxious and not be able to see the beauty of life. There's still a greater part of me that's afraid to be happy. I was hurt so bad. Oh, why can't I just tell myself how great I am? I just want to be happy. I'm afraid to believe good things can happen to me, and I have good things all around me. I I've got TJ, and I've got my family, and I've got friends that care about me. I've been through so much pain. I don't want any more. I just don't want any more pain. Oh, I just want to not be afraid of myself. Why can't I just be nicer to myself?
I'm just learning to walk in the unknown. I don't have to be certain about anything. Just that I'm taking care of myself.
A lot of punishment. A lot of punishment, self-punishment.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
There you go.
Oh, go away.
Yep. Just rest. You show that to anybody, you're gonna scare all my business away.
No, they're just gonna need a ride out here.
Yeah, with handcuffs. How you doing?
Fantastic. Wow.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like...
A journey. That was a journey.
Why do I have to be so perfect? I don't want to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be me. And I just want to be... I just want to feel moments of joy and just allowing myself to have fun. I never knew how mean I am to myself. Always giving myself the warning. My mom used to always tell me people like me for me. And I remember never knowing who that was if I wasn't doing for everybody else. I was what people thought of me. That's all for now.
Could you release food is going to make me feel better?
I don't know how. I don't know. Would I? I mean, I guess I can say yes. I don't feel it. If I do, then I would be left with loving myself.
When will you release food will make me feel better?
When I decide I'm worth it.
All I can see is every time I look in the mirror, I'm just judging. And if I give up the food, then I have to give up the judging. Then I wouldn't be trying to seek love from like I've been doing all my life, and that just means that I just have it from inside, which is what I want. Why is it so hard to release the judging? Maybe it's so hard to release it because I don't know how it really feels, because I'm so used to it. And maybe I'm feeling how bad it really feels right now. Why do I like to judge myself so much? Like right now as I'm looking at the camera, it's like, I'm so fucking mean. Thank you for being there for me, but I just like, how about me be there for me? How about that for a change? It's so sad. Step on the scale, look at yourself from the side, measure, 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 measure. Nope, not quite there yet. Feel like crap. Keep trying. Maybe tomorrow you can freaking be in my group.
Could you release it?
Yes.
Would you release it?
Yes.
When will you release it?
Right now. Goodbye.
Good job.
Thanks. I just don't want to be so critical. My biggest fear is that I won't let myself enjoy my life I don't know how. So it really doesn't matter what I have. I think I know how to enjoy myself sometimes, but I don't, and it's scary. I'm too busy being afraid and judging myself. And I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. Sometimes I do wish I could go back to my old ways. At least I didn't know I was unhappy with myself. At least I could get other people to tell me how great I was.
The whole dance is proving myself. That is like the theme of my life. For me to totally stop proving myself is like being set free, but at the same time, my brain thinks that that's the road.
But this is what I know. That's sending me into the unknown.
Right. And the other one is I've never gotten there. 48 years and I've never gotten there on the other road. Because it doesn't come from the outside.
No, it doesn't.
And it doesn't come from anyone.
But see this, Annie, what you're seeing right now, some people don't get even to their grave.
I get that.
And you are doing the work that you're not going to be dying and then go, what was this all about? You're not going to be tap dancing to your grave. You don't have to.
How can it be so sad to let go of those parts of you that...
That's what was the glue. That was what worked. That's what how you survived.
I know. It's just so weird.
Yes.
It's just weird. It's like letting go of the part of me that, you know, ate to survive and worked out to survive. Every fucking thing I did to survive, I'm letting go of.
Yeah. And you can only do so much at a time. And you don't have to let go right now. Just identifying that is huge.
Oh, you mark my words right now, I'm letting go of it. What I'm thinking is that I'm afraid that I'm never gonna know what fun feels like, and happiness feels like, and joy feels like. And it's really scary. And I can't live in denial anymore. I don't know how to pretend, because pretending put me in prison. Pretending brought me pain. Pretending was all I knew.
One day, my soul just opened up. Yeah. Goodbye. 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 Learn to be more of yourself and to be more honest about what you want and who you are and what you're thinking and what you need, what you expect, what fulfills you. Always trying to remember what I should say, which is so my past, many of ours. And then I gently remind myself that's not how it goes anymore. There's no more rehearsing to say the perfect thing to get your love and value from the audience. Just recognize me being there for my inner child, because the inner child thing may sound silly, but when you were a kid, you couldn't be there for yourself and you couldn't speak up and you were dependent on getting your value from your parents and other people as the years go by. And you didn't really know how you felt, even though you did, and you stayed in this inside world. And I've continued to practice listening and not running from myself and not turning towards performing or turning tricks or food or productivity or all the distractors that I've used and many of us use because we don't know how to tune in. And when we do tune in, it feels icky and we don't know how to face or deal with feeling icky. And when I hit bottom, I couldn't avoid what icky felt like for a long time. And that was the beginning for me. And I've been facing icky and learning to be there for myself. And it's working. Found myself avoiding wanting to have a conversation with myself, which is all the more reason I need to do that. because turning to somebody else, yeah, that can help. But I need to figure my own stuff out. And then I won't need to talk to someone else about my shit. I can sort it out. It's between me and me. So, here we go. I'm feeling a little uneasy about speaking to people. I need to give myself my own feedback. And I need to focus on what's fun and what's in my heart. And that it won't be for everyone. I couldn't possibly manage everyone. What I'm choosing to focus on is pouring my heart out, helping people help themselves. And again, for the first time in my life, I don't just have the desire, I have the tools that I've used on myself that are working. I've learned a lot. And one of the biggest things I've learned is the happiness comes in the practice and the progress, period. And that is a crazy concept. I'm going through that right now. Finding my joy in the progress and keeping my eyes off what I've always considered to be the prize, which is the end result, because there's never an end result. That's a topic worth speaking about. Imagine that. So I love you, Annie. We're focusing on the progress. I'm focusing on praising myself, validating myself, my own feedback, looking at myself for the feedback because it's between me and me. And that's where the growth comes from. Not reaching out and selling myself and manipulating others to give me the feedback that I need. I need my own feedback. And that's pretty cool. And that's it for today, and I feel so much better. Thanks. I've been retraining my brain that there's no more deal making, there's no more punitive self-dialogue, and in having so much consciousness of what my self-talk is actually saying as opposed to just feeling the anxiousness or the sadness or the emotion. I've pulled out the words. I'm choosing to practice being there for myself. And I had a conversation with myself, asked myself the tough questions. Part of this I'm going to just demonstrate checking in with myself right now. I'm getting ready to go in the car wash, so my next video will be that conversation.
We just watched 20 minutes of film that I have not yet seen. We saw a whole different side of life, and now we're seeing a different side of life. It's a different you. It's a you that I forgot existed. I forgot a lot about the stuff that we went through.
Did you think I was going to make it?
Well, I think I wasn't going to let you drown, but I didn't think that you were going to do what you did.
Rise above. Or recover.
Take control. Take control. I didn't see it happening. Rising is not difficult if you've never fallen. When you fall, to rise again, that takes talent.
Yeah, I never had fallen before.
No. So your fall and then your rise is impressive.
I didn't think I was going to make it.
No, you didn't.
And I never would go through it again to get where I'm at.
Well, I wouldn't go through where you went to get there either.
I wouldn't.
The most incomprehensible fear I had was the fact that you would never enjoy life again.
Yeah.
Because you were enjoying life.
That is so true. It almost just made me cry.
And you did everything you could. And that's why you're here today. But your desire to survive was what got you here.
But that's where I realized, like, all that videoing, I had myself all the time. And when you're with yourself, you're not going to say, oh, don't look at it that way or look on the bright side. Like, you're not going to argue with yourself. Like, I never realized it as much as it was happening. Then I was with Armani and my video camera. And had I not had that, I don't think because I was in my head. I was able to just keep barfing all the time, barfing all the time, barfing all the time. That one day I realized, as I'm looking at myself doing it, as the cameras advanced, as we saw over the years, I mean, it's like, no wonder this is like, I'm listening to myself. I've always got somebody listening to me, and that's what I needed. To just be there if I'm bawling and the ugly cry. And so if it wasn't you, it was my camera. If it wasn't Allie, it was I mean, it was just like, in a weird way, I helped to save my own soul.
I am becoming a leader, and I'm very happy about that. I've always been a type of a leader, but now today, how am I becoming a leader? By learning to lead myself. I want to say that I just moved through another phase of wanting to kick and scream and just say, forget it. I don't want to do this. It's too much. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not waiting for courage. I'm not waiting for faith. I'm not waiting to remind myself that I can do this. Whatever the results are, they're going to be. It's going to be good enough. I've had another breakthrough and I'm moving on, and perfect or not perfect, or everybody love it or everybody doesn't, or whatever it is, I hope to see you on September 17th. Thanks.